It's a boot. They worship a boot here. Hey, I just wanted to hop in real quick and say hi and kind of explain what this video is and what's going on. I'm gonna try to make more of these in the future, but basically I'm going to be playing games and kind of making series like this, or just one-off videos might work as well, of just kind of experiencing an interesting part of an interesting game. And so in this case, I was playing the Elder Scrolls Online. I was playing my main, and we got into a wacky adventure, kind of a weird one, a real weird one. So I thought I'd bring you all along for the ride. This is part one. I don't know how many parts it's gonna turn into, but at least two. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Also, go check out my TikTok. I'm Arcane Aria on TikTok. I'm also on Facebook as Arcane Aria, and on Twitch as Arcane Aria. So check me out on all of those. Go follow me, hang out with me, say hi. Leave comments on things, like things, share them with your friends. Please do all of that stuff. Look, Sir Abel's here making biscuits. You know, we're working hard to put food on the table, and so if you could help us out by by commenting, sharing, liking, and just enjoying my videos and all my various content, that would be wonderful. And without further ado, here is Elder Scrolls Online Bootlicker Island. Let's fucking go. Somerset, I don't think I've been to with any of my characters. So we will go to the Somerset Isles. Place that I feel like I've always heard discussed in Elder Scrolls games, but I don't think I've ever actually been there.
Let the cat fight those monsters! The island sprung a leak. Run!
The island sprung a leak and we should let the cats fight the monsters. What a fascinating take on this political situation. Tell me more, Mr. Calabar.
First, the Queen issues a decree that changes the status of Somerset from an isolated paradise into a tourist attraction.
Wow, what a bitch.
Now, monsters, sea creatures. I've never seen anything like them. Well, I say let the cat fight them. Better him than me.
Yeah. This guy sounds like a mega idiot. For real, this sounds like when Cyrodiil sends their visitors, they're not sending their best kind of argument. And he's an high elf too. High elves are racist as fuck. Fuck high elves. Anyway, what's this about cats?
Suddenly the ground opened, spewing water and strange creatures. They attacked us.
Okay.
Luckily, one of the newcomers, a Khajiit, leaped in and drove them back. Called himself Razumdar. He could probably use some help.
He sounds cool. I'm gonna go find him. Razumdar. I'm eager to meet Mr. Razumdar. Yo, hey, meet my friend Miri. I have another dark elf friend named Miri.
Something you need to discuss?
Oh yeah, see, look, this is the gauge. We're friends. Do you have any new equipment for her? Increase penetration by 1100. Why, I would love for her to have more penetration. That's what friends want for their friends, right? More penetration. Alright, let's go talk to this cat boy. I am so down for a hot cat boy fighting monsters. What's up, Razumdar?
My friend, Raz is happy to see you, but
Hey, Raz.
surprised you didn't help me with these creatures.
I was not here.
Raz needed any help. You must tell me what brought you to Somerset after you agreed to assist Raz with his usual cloak and dagger business.
Tell me all about this cloak and dagger business.
Ominous. No more than usual, my friend.
I didn't call it
But there's
ominous, those
work
were
for
your
the
words.
Queen's eye, and this one could use an extra blade if you're willing.
I have two.
Queen Irene
No, I only have
issued
one,
a
'cause
decree
one of
to
them is
open
a
the borders of
mace.
Somerset and allow outsiders to have access to the island.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
That's what Raz said, but rumors reached the Queen. So this one made the journey and was immediately attacked by strange creatures.
Yeah, it's not such a friendly
Raz
place, is
doesn't
it?
think the two are related, but if you could ask some questions, check on the newcomers, that would help.
Alright, I'll ask
While
around.
you ask questions around the city, Raz can take care of some other business. It may or may not involve scratching
Wow.
and clawing. Let's meet near the entrance to Shimmerin when you have something to report.
Guess we'll start with Olenwell since they're right in front of us. This her? Here we go.
Go find your own patch of beach.
I don't see your name on it.
Not that you'd understand the concept, but the path to Alaxon.
I'm telling you, these
requires
fucking high elves,
dedication
dude.
And complete concentration.
The path to
I must find
Alaxon.
the perfect shells, or my pigments will be substandard. And do you know
That
what
sounds
it will
like
do to
a
my art?
early
Exactly.
90s D&D campaign module. The path to Alaxon. For levels 5 through 10. What's the path to Alaxon?
An ultimate concept practiced widely here in Somerset. Alaxon is the state of perfection that every high elf strives for.
Looks like you got a long way,
To
lady.
Alaxon represents the approach we take to achieve that state. Now, why have you interrupted my work?
I heard that you were complaining about something, and the cat told me I should talk to you about that.
I believe in caution as much as the next high elf, but sometimes the rules get in the way of common sense.
Yeah?
My
It's not a very high elf
lived
thing to
here
think.
for more than a year. Good help is so hard to find, especially among the newcomers. And she was adept at making dyes.
Well, what happened to her?
They took her away. Said they had to scrutinize her qualifications, test her knowledge of culture and etiquette.
Yikes.
But I haven't seen her since.
Sounds like that
My
they were
work
kind of right up your
suffers,
alley, though.
So of course I complained to the monks. Now I have to gather my own shells.
What a tragedy! Did the monks offer any explanation as to where she was or when she'd be returned? Man, I'm just really glad that her priorities are in order. She's got her mind on the right business, not the affairs of this person that helped her, but on making sure she gets her shells for the path to Atraxis.
They told me I could fill out some forms and appeal to the kin lady. But who has time for such bureaucracy? And for a wood elf? I've said too much. I have work to do, and all this aggravation has diverted my path to an
Okay, we'll get back to your important work.
Perfection
Though I have something to
requires
show you.
constant vigilance,
Hey, lady.
So back to it.
Hey, lady. I got something that's gonna surprise you. Probably think I'm a high elf, huh? You got problems with wood elves. Just hold your horses. Hold on to your seashells, lady. Have I got a surprise for you? I'm even worse. I'm an Ashlander. I come from the volcano island. I bet you fucking hate me. Bitch. Go talk to some other people. Maybe they're not assholes like her. Well, I'm glad we're done with that make Somerset great again, bitch. She was really getting on my nerves. Well, that's a big lizard. Lizards freak me out. No, I actually kind of like lizards in real life.
Hope we find
I
something
mean, they do
else.
freak me out, but also I like them. Gmod, Somerset is not the wondrous paradise the heralds proclaimed it to be. Despite the fine words in the Queen's decree, the High Elves want nothing to do with outsiders. No shit. They treat the newcomers worse than a mud flea on a guar. As soon as I stepped off the boat, priests from the monastery collected me for some sort of cultural assessment to ascertain my understanding of societal rules and regulations. However, no one actually asked me any questions. Wow. That's not a great sign. They locked me in a cell somewhere in the bowels of the monastery, along with other newcomers to the island. Something about the whole affair felt wrong to me, like warm water in an otherwise cool stream. Ooh, I like that. When I heard one of the monks give thanks to with a Daedric prayer, oh shit, I knew I had to get out of there. I used the talents I learned from associates who may or may not have belonged to the Thieves Guild. I know you disapprove of my friends, and slipped out of the cell and away from the monastery. In the morning, I plan to head to Alinor. Hopefully, I can secure passage back to Murkmire there. Frankly, at this point, any destination would be preferable to here. Yeah. Yeah, the dude had a bad run of things. I feel like those monks weren't legit. That's wild. It's actually a pretty cool twist. It is a cool twist to have on a scrap of paper that you don't necessarily have to... Well, I guess you probably do have to go pick it up for the quest, but most people aren't going to read it. So I guess this is one of their, what is this place called, the Rat, again? Somerset Island. So I guess this is probably some important Somerset city. I'm not familiar with it myself. It does look very fancy, must admit. And when the High Elves had their little embassy that they built in the Grotwood, that looked pretty fancy too. My Wood Elf character spends time in the Grotwood, and they built their own little embassy, little area, like a little town within the city, and it was nice.
A newcomer in the warehouse district.
But
unusual. But how can I help you today?
A lot of Bosmere or Wood Elf believe in something called the Green Pact. We are not supposed to, like, basically fuck with the forest that they live in, and in order to build the city they paved the roads, and so a whole bunch of Bosmer were fucking pissed the whole thing even existed. And then of course the High Elves were being dicks the whole time and incited the Khajiit to riot and like pressed a bunch of people into service and, you know, slavery and shit, despite like the whole thing about this the Aldmeri Dominion is that it's supposed to have recently outlawed slavery and made everyone equal, and it's just crazy. It's a wild story. I was wondering how your name ended up in the Divine Prosecution's Observation Lodge.
The Divine? Who told you that? If a Justiciar sent you to try and trick me into confessing... No. The High Elves would never send a newcomer to perform such a task. But I admit it. I made my thoughts known.
What were these unpopular opinions of yours? I like unpopular opinions.
I arranged to bring my cousin here to work with me. The ship arrived, but all the newcomers were carted away.
Yeah.
Questioning, they said. I complained to the kin lady and anyone else who would listen. And what has it gotten me? Nothing.
You're not a High Elf, so they don't really give a shit about you, huh?
Oh, my family has been here for generations and generations. Before the Queen's decree, outsiders might have been rare, but we were not unheard of. Our business has grown and gets better every day. That's why I sent for my cousin. We need the help.
Do you like being here?
Somerset is a rare and beautiful jewel in the Abyshan Sea. I love it here. The High Elves treat us like children, but they have never been hostile. The Queen's decree has stirred the waters, though. I fear it will get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Alright, let's go back to Razumdar. Report to him. Where are we? We're all the way up here.
This is unheard of.
Really a pretty city.
Why have you closed the monastery?
Good people, I hear your concerns.
What's going on over here?
The workers I hired, they were aboard the ship from Rivenspire.
The kin lady and I, we have only your best interests in mind. Every guest must be sequestered while we ascertain their suitability for Altmer society.
The old dog's right. Lock up the newcomers.
Send the newcomers back where they came from. We don't want them here.
Keep talking, bro. Just gonna be sitting here eating an apple with a knife. Just keep talking.
Such anger. Raz never expected to hear such words from the Queen's loyal subjects. The sentiment isn't universal, but enough feel this way for Raz to be concerned. Did you learn anything interesting from the people I saw?
I'm familiar with that situation. I guess I've been in similar situations a time or two. Did you learn anything interesting from the people I sent you to talk to? The artist assistant and the Red Guard's cousin both have been sequestered.
Sequester? Just a different word for imprisoned, yes.
Or it's probably like
Raz cousin
sacrificed or
just
some
arrived,
shit.
but Old Newell's assistant has lived on Somerset since long before the Queen ever issued her decree.
Well, she was dead. And she was
Elizabeth?
talking about, or she wrote a
Did
letter
such souls have,
about how when she got sequestered, there was deadra involved and shit.
Why would the Aldar gather up newcomers and non-high elf residents alike and send them to the monastery? Does the kin lady condone this behavior? Raz's head itches. And not in a good
Aria's head itches. I'm gonna start
Of
saying
course, it's
that.
clear, Five Claw.
I like
You
that.
must go to the monastery.
Okay, I'll help you investigate that
Raz
monastery.
admires your enthusiasm, but this one needs you to enter the monastery on your own. Raz has other fish.
You're gonna
to
go
catch.
fishing?
This one will help you get past the sentry, though. When you notice that the sentry
Okay.
is
Whatever. Enter the monastery. I can handle that. It's probably just because I'm self-conscious because I'm on camera. That's probably what it is. Oh, what she's thinking.
An overgrown weed. I don't mean to forebode, but this little ode is a lesson you best heed.
I don't like where this is going.
Now a story unfolds upon a pitiful mold. 'Twas made to thrive on rot. His unsightly staff was a trickster's last laugh, long after his battle was fought. The sundering, if you were wondering, when the heavens dropped out of the sky, they hit with a thud and gave birth to the mud, making up this mortal sty.
Huh. What is this about? This like a creation myth?
Hell of a mess, but I digress. My story is about the swine. What took root in this land were seeds called man that sprung up like fungus from grime.
So is she talking shit on humans, or is she just talking about like everyone?
And lacking import, but keep an eye to their blundering. It's tempting to jest about this simple pest. That's until you've seen their plundering. Oh, when men bound to the doom drum sound, you'll learn what the corpse god wrought. Trinimac didn't know with his final blow just how badly he'd been caught.
I don't know what this is about. What this strikes me as about is like how they believe humans are created and why they're like lesser than high elves.
You best heed.
I don't know enough about Elder Scrolls lore to know what she's referencing, and I know a fair amount about Elder Scrolls lore, so that was a pretty deep cut. At least it seemed to me. Well, apparently I didn't go the right way. That's okay. Gotta make my way back to that road, I guess. This guy did it too. What an idiot! Look at this guy. Everyone laugh at him. Stupid Roland
Somerset,
Stormbinder. Dummy. Ever play a video game before? Getting lost in Elder Scrolls Online. This is a casual game. Come on. The monks of the Serene Harmony Monastery stand as the most renowned whatever scholars in all of Somerset. Excuse me. What an inconvenient time to cough too. How frustrating. Doesn't say I'm trespassing. So I guess I'm cool. Kin Lady's letter. My dear Aldark Tilkalar, I am so glad you suggested transferring to our beloved monastery. I was happy to use my influence to make that happen, especially after that insightful discussion we had concerning Queen Irene's radical and frankly dangerous decree. Queen Irene, in the Grotwood questline, they do a good job of setting her up because basically they show you like how much of an asshole the high elves are, and they're moving into a wood elf territory and just like fucking and running their shit and disrespecting their forest and enslaving their people and shit. It's really bad. And so you do all this work to prepare for Queen Irene's like inauguration. And you're like, why am I working for this bitch even? Like, she's a total asshole. But then when you actually see her, she's kind of cool. And she's like, She seems open-minded and tolerant, and she's just facing tremendous resistance from the political elite of the Aldmeri Dominion, which is the government run by the High Elves. But she really wants the races of the Aldmeri Dominion to be equal, and she kind of sees it as a way to ensure safety and prosperity for the people that are now within the Aldmeri Dominion, because there's this big war going on, and so to her, it's kind of a humanitarian thing. So Irene's actually pretty cool. I look forward to working with you to make sure Shimmerine, and indeed all of Somerset, remain safe and secure. Your plan to sequester newcomers in order to test their suitability for residency in Shimmerine is a stroke of genius. Determining who has the ability and temperament to become productive members of our society and who does not will allow us to spot troublemakers and lackadaisical transients before any damage is done. It isn't a perfect solution, no shit, but it will suffice until we can urge the unforeseen queen, I haven't heard of her referred to that way yet in this game, to rescind this order and send all the Nabara, the unwelcome, back to where they came from. The Nabara, huh? It's fascinating. Send me a list of candidates you deem acceptable for life in Somerset. I'm sure Proxy Queen Alwinarway will appreciate having documentation. Proxy Queen, huh? Documentation concerning whom we permitted to stay and whom we sent away. I keep saying that Somerset is sacrosanct. Let Aradon deal with the other races. After all, our beloved queen spends all her time there anyway, carousing with cats and wood elves. I'm sure she'd love more company. See what I mean? Like, Quest and Elder Scrolls are like special. They're great stories with so much like detail and grounding to them. I love it. But I don't want it to get worse. And if it does get worse, I don't want it to affect other people in my guild. That would suck.
Can wait until after my nap.
What does this guy do? This is what monks this is what I used to do in church. I don't know. I didn't think this is what monks would do in church. Where can I find the people that have been sequestered?
You'll have to ask one of the monks that the new Aldork brought with him. They deal with all the newcomer testing and evaluations. I'm just a simple monk trying to catch up on my sleep. That was a hint, by the way.
You must have some idea about why they're doing the sequestering.
Again with the questions about the newcomers. Why do you care about the complexities of Altma bureaucracy? Still, if I had to make a guess, I'd say they were taking into the Undercroft for registration and processing. Now go away.
Alright. Undercroft. How do I get to this Undercroft? Probably go down some stairs, I'm guessing.
You have no right to be in here.
Oh, what is your issue? And what are you gonna do about it, more importantly? Huh? What you gonna do? I'm not scared of you. There. I'm gonna play guitar. No, I'm gonna play... Oh, here you go. You'll hate this. Look at this. Just doing this just because I know it bothers you. I'm not... Yeah? You don't think it's cool? Okay, whatever. You have no right to be here. Someone call like Facebook cop auditors and have them start recording in this building. Wood elves, 4 males, 3 females, all claim to be Dominion citizens. One says she's lived in Somerset for more than a year. Moved to preparation cells. Jeez. Khajiit, 7 males, 9 females, all claim to be Dominion citizens. Send half to the preparation cells, other half to the holding cells. Argonians, 4, gender inconclusive. Who can tell with muck swimmers? God. Moved to preparation cells for immediate siphoning. Yo! What are they doing? Bretons, 1 male, 2 females, claim to be traders from Way West, or did they say Daggerfall? Does it even matter? Why am I writing all this down? What does the new Aldark plan to do with this information? Place in holding cells. Red guards, 2 males, 4 females, all arrived on a ship from Hammerfell. One says he was sent for by Ranel the traitor. Send half to holding, another half to preparation. Nord, 1 male, claims to be part of something called the Nord Cultural Exchange, sent to holding. Yikes. There's all these rooms. How come I can just take this stuff? This is weird. Dwarven dagger. Okay. That's like pretty good. Yeah, I might equip that. I'll lose my maximum stamina increase. I mean, that stamina stuff was good, but this is just way more armor. I don't understand why I can just take all this, but I'm happy to do so. Good stuff too. Look, bookshelves. What was this? By royal decree of the ceremoniarchy of Queen Irene Arana Aldmeri, monarch of the throne of Valinor and Eagle Primarch of the Aldmeri Dominion, the Somerset Isles' long period of isolation is declared at an end. Oh, this is the infamous decree. No longer will the brave and selfless Altmere hide from the world like spoiled or frightened children. Whoa, she's pretty rough on them. No longer, yeah, Colin. Okay. No longer will we cut ourselves off from our allies and friends. Instead, we shall welcome them as brothers and sisters as we throw open the metaphorical gates of our ancestral home and make Somerset accessible to everyone who arrives with friendship in their hearts and an unquestioned desire to engage in dialogue, commerce, and diplomacy. To accommodate this mandate, we must all put aside our preconceived notions and innate prejudices. We must open our hearts and share our bountiful land with the world. I need the proud Altmer of Somerset to forgive ancient grievances and forget old animosities. We must embrace the differences in stature and culture, thereby allowing friendship to blossom in our breasts. This is not only my steadfast dream, but my royal command. Kinlords and kinladies, canon reeves, agents of the divine prosecution, citizens of Somerset, make no mistake. The will of your queen and the meaning of this mandate are perfectly clear. The island of Somerset is no longer off limits or forbidden to the lesser races. Everyone who meets the standards of honor, integrity, and enterprise are welcome. Travelers, traders, and immigrants alike. In friendship we formed the Aldmeri Dominion, and in friendship we shall make Somerset an even more perfect paradise. This is not only my fondest wish, but my royal command.
Bringing a book for travelers.
Our gal. Ooh, what is this thing? Look at this. Abyssal Pearl.
Doc's office, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, who are you?
I noticed you skulking around while I was engaged in some skulking of my own. I suppose we both came to the monastery with a similar purpose in mind.
Why are you skulking?
The sequestered newcomers. I came
That's a
to
good
find
reason
out
to
what
skulk.
happened to a friend. I assume that's what brought you here as well? A house of worship shouldn't be used as an internment camp, and it shouldn't be locked to the public either.
I saw a pearl like that. There were strange creatures nearby it.
Interesting.
I didn't notice that pearl
I've never
was there.
seen anything quite
At
like
the weird
it.
creatures.
I find it intriguing and a bit disturbing. But we aren't here to discuss curios. Strange creatures notwithstanding. We need to find out what's happening with the missing newcomers.
How did you happen to get past the sentry?
The sentry doesn't appear to have stopped you, so I could ask you the same question. Let's just agree that we both have our methods. Curious, but I feel that there's more going on in Shimmerine than the usual politics and community relations.
What makes you think that?
That's the question, my cautious friend. We have a newly appointed Aldarch and a disgruntled kinlady, both opposed to the Queen's decree. What's their connection to the missing newcomers? I was about to explore the underground.
Yes, I've been trying to
Care
get in there
join
for
me?
quite a while, to be honest with you. To the Undercroft.
Curious pearl. I wonder where the old dog acquired it.
To the Lower Croft. Is there an altar I can like pray at and get a blessing or something?
This isn't the town square. Move along.
These guys are real assholes. It's a boot. They worship a boot here. Alright, let's all worship the boot. All praise the holy boot. What is this? What else do they have on these altars? That's like a clock or something? I mean, that's cool. The clock makes sense in the context of Elder Scrolls. Here they have an open jewelry box. Someone just took whatever was in there. Wow, what an asshole. A harp. See, like a lot of this stuff makes sense. The boot's just really weird. A sword. We just got a boot here. Gotta do our boot worship. These guys are bootlickers, so I suppose it's appropriate. Alright, where was that Tomb Raider we were trying to get into? There we go.